Hello to Prague. My name is Sandra from Virtual City Tours. I'm very pleased to introduce you to Dana. She's going to show you the marvelous city of Prague.
Hello, I'm a tour guide and I will take you through my mother town, the magnificent Prague. Prague is the capital of Czech Republic. It has 1.2 million inhabitants. The Czech Republic is member of EU and also NATO. Usage currency is Czech crown. The town has been developed since 9th century when the first Slavs settled on the rock above the river and adopted Christian religion. Now we are going to discover beauty of Prague and traces of the history. Let's set off. Our journey starts at the beginning of Royal Road. Through this powder gate, a king and his coronation procession entered to the old town, followed across Charles Bridge to Prague Castle. The powder tower was constructed at the 15th century, and later in 18th century there used to be a warehouse for gunpowder. Its name comes from this period. Next to the Gothic tower, you can see the municipal house, example of Art Nouveau style. Bridge decoration was made by Czech designers. The most prominent of them was Alfons Mucha, the designer of famous actress Sarah Bernhardt. In the municipal house you can find concert hall, a restaurant, a cafe, and also gallery and brewery for the famous Czech Pilsner beer. So now let's go to the old town. Celetná Street is probably one of the oldest streets in the center. You will see house signs above doors on a lot of houses. Medieval people used them instead of numbers. Very popular was, for instance, heavenly protectors like angel, saint patrons, and also Madonna. This black Madonna comes from the original house that was pulled down to clear the site for the new house constructed in Cubism. Cubism is the only original Czech architecture style. Czech architects tried to design in Cubist style other objects like cups, plates, vases, even wallpapers, and also furniture. They are, I think, nice, but less comfortable. At the turn of 16th and the 17th century, the Holy Roman Emperor Rudolf II of Habsburg stayed in Prague, and he supported culture, art, architecture, and even science. He invited lots of famous people to come to Prague. One of them was Johannes Kepler, famous mathematician and astronomer. When Johannes Kepler came to Prague, he stayed in this building because this building used to be University College for students. In this building, in 1605, he published his book Astronomia Nova, where he presented his law. Do you know Kepler's law? I can remind you. The first law is the orbit of the planet is an ellipse with the sun at its focus. Czech king and Holy Roman Emperor Charles IV refused to stay in Rome, and he chose Prague as his seat. He founded new town and he founded university. It was in 1348, and the university is one of the oldest in Europe. That time, the university had 4 faculties: theology, medicine, law, and philosophy. Nowadays, the university had 17 faculties and more than 50,000 students. Carolinum used to be the first building bought for the purpose of university. Nowadays, it is the seat of rector and also the place for final graduation in very historical aula. Old Town Square used to be the main market space, and we can describe it at the stage of Czech history because all very important events were held here. For instance, the execution of 27 noblemen, or some parades and festivals, and also celebration of the ice hockey Olympic Games gold at Nagano, and so on. Standing here on one place and turning around, you will see the historical architectural styles that were developed throughout 1,000-year history. Prague Astronomical Clock was made at the beginning of 15th century, and it was placed on the town hall. Since that time has been working and show us not only time but other functions like the path of the sun, phase of the moon, sunrise line, sunset line, also dusk and dawn, many functions. It's quite difficult to understand or quite difficult to read it. But if you come to Prague, I provide explanation for you. The calendar below the astronomical clock was painted by Czech painter Josef Manes and show us days and also names of the saints. Charles Bridge was a medieval miracle in terms of technology. It was made of sandstone and it stood on 16 pillars in running water. Its construction started in 1357 and lasted more than 70 years. The bridge was named after Charles IV, the king who laid down foundation stone. In 18th century, the bridge was decorated by 30 Baroque statues, which made it an open-air gallery. The most popular statue on the bridge is John of Nepomuceno, whose dead body was thrown from the bridge. He was a confessor of the Queen and he didn't betray the seal of the Queen. He was tortured and murdered. His legend is shown on 2 reliefs. And the legend says that who touches the reliefs, his wish will come true. Let's try it. And when you come to Prague, I'll let you know if it works. This is the place I like most. From this place you can see the Gothic cathedral in Prague Castle. You can see 2 bridge towers, which one is from the Romanesque period and the other one Gothic. And between them you can see the huge cupola green, which is the cupola of the huge church of St. Nicholas. And now we are leaving the Charles Bridge to get to the most leisure area. The Camper Island is a romantic place with lots of small restaurants, small shops, art shops and cafes, and also the place for leisure time activities. There is also a Museum of Modern Art, which is extremely popular among foreign tourists. In 1891, the Czech Land Jubilee exhibition was organized. At the occasion of it, the funicular was constructed. It enabled two people to reach the top of the hill very easy. So it's much more comfortable even for us nowadays. In 1889, members of the Czech Tourist Club went to Paris for the World Exhibition. They were really impressed by the new construction of the Eiffel Tower. They liked it so much that they immediately planned to build a shorter model in Prague. They collected enough money and they prepared the project. The construction started in March 1891, and the tower was opened in July the same year. It has just 60 meters, but because it stands on the hill, its top is higher than in Paris. Prague Castle has been the seat of state power for more than 1000 years. Nowadays it is the seat of president. In front of the castle there is a statue of Thomas Garrick Masaryk, the first president of Czechoslovakia that was established after the First World War. The location of this place was carefully chosen by our ancestors. From this point, they could easily control the access to the hill and also the river. And that's the end of our Prague virtual tour. Hope you like it. But for the real experience and atmosphere, you have to come personally. Thank you for your attention and goodbye. See you in Prague. Whoa!